What up? It's my birthday. And I woke up to the best birthday present ever. From Silas. Silas, my cat. I have never in my life gotten a birthday present like this. And my cat gave it to me. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see? Just posted it on my Twitter. Do you guys want to see the fucking birthday present?
Happy Hunter, marry soon.
It's a huge fucking rat, dude. That thing was like 3 pounds when I picked it up. I have never gotten a rat for my birthday.
Sellers is the new hunter now.
Bro, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, bro? Like a week ago, I woke up to something fucking running across my face. I thought it was a mouse. It was that fucking rat on my face.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Hunter, happy birthday to you.
Bro, fucking ratatouille'd it. Dude. That rat was on my face. A week ago, I woke up all over, running across me. I was like, "Wah!" Out of bed, right? I thought it was a mouse. I thought Silas brought in a mouse and left it somewhere. He's always got mice. You've never seen a fucking... That's huge, dude. It's like, with the tail, it's the size of my fucking arm. Anyways. Thank you for the birthday wishes, boys. That is crazy. Master Splinter. ICT rats in the house. Bro. That is disgusting, dude. Oh, did my fucking monitors freeze? Why does it keep doing this? Like, is the thing overheating or something?
His birthday is a tie as ers, yes it ers, and happy birthday, handsome boy.
Hold on. My monitors froze again. Okay.
Happy birthday, Hunter, time to hunt some profits.
Okay. It really seems like it can't be my laptop that's having issues. It has to be this dock that's having issues with the monitors. It's just crazy. It's like a $500 dock just for monitors too. Surprised it's bugging out. Why is that bugged? Everything's fucked all the time, bro. Maven preloader. Okay. Done. God, why is it? I guess I have to reset it, eh? There we go. Oops. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Profit. Sweet. Where'd this one go now? Oh, fuck me, dude. Struggles every day, dude. There's always tech issues. Fucking hell. There we go. Profit. Okay. There it goes. Cool. Right. It's crazy choppy. Okay. Let's start this off. It's not a good looking day right now. I'm still bullish, and I know, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult to be bullish after, you know, some issues and whatnot with trading here this week. Last night we took another stream. We made back the money that we lost yesterday, so we were up a little bit yesterday, 3,000 on the Maven. But once again, you know, if you're looking at the NASDAQ, this level is what we need to hold, right? And this one too, specifically as well, right? So they're holding both of those levels, so it's quite bullish in my mind. So this coming down, you know, again, it's the same thing. Like it's going to go for these highs probably before it goes for these lows, and that I know that's a high time frame. So like intraday, it's going to be more difficult. But we'll see. Friday's somewhat always messy. They're all the days are more or less the same. I think Friday just has lower volume usually. But oh, you know what's funny is yesterday we drew that like bat Bart where we just did this, right? And then it literally did exactly that too. We drew it as a joke. We should stop drawing things as jokes and just draw them where we want them to go, because it just follows the yellow line of prophecy. When your monitors freeze, the stream freezes as well without knowing your setup. PCs, it's hard to pinpoint what might have. CPU, it's not a CPU bottleneck. I have the highest end MacBook. Okay, the highest. It's a $10,000 laptop. It's the dock, right? So, and I think the stream freezes because I turn off the dock. I turn the dock off and then turn it back on. So it's this Thunderbolt Display Link dock 4K that has all these monitor plugins and shit. So, what's up, buddy? You missed the rat? Yeah. He came in like yelling at me in the bedroom this morning, and I was like, "What's going on, bro?" Meow. Hey, buddy. Okay, we got 5 minutes to the open.
Bank Nifty didn't close above weekly as you had mentioned, so can it come down?
Bank Nifty. Let's look at the Bank Nifty again. Well, the weekly's not closed, right? So I'm pretty sure what we said with the Bank Nifty was after this gain, right, it's going to come here.
Meow meow dirty prep meow.
Meow meow. And then it's going to test this, right? So depending on where it closes today, or is the weekly already closed for you guys? Oh yeah, it might already be closed for you guys. India's a different time zone. So most likely, let's look at monthly too. Most likely, yeah. So most likely it's going to come back down now. It can go against you though, remember? Weekly at higher time frames. So what you want to do is if you are day trading it, you should be looking at the daily and whatnot, right? The daily failed. It can go up a little bit higher. I don't expect it to go all the way up here, but it does look like it's a failure. So your bank nifty setup is something like this now on the higher time frame. So bank nifty looks bearish overall now. It's going to be like this, I think, more or less, something like this, right? Now, obviously, bank nifty might flow a little bit differently than the NASDAQ. So I'm not too familiar. So I'm just kind of estimating. The rejection is not super strong, so I'd probably give it a little bit of room. Yeah. And then depending on how it reacts in this level, it'll go down here, right? Gold.
Bro, we want many giveaway on BRTH day and happy birthday.
Thank you, boys. Gold weekly candles are looking like they're holding the support, which means it probably come back up. Let me just probably. You definitely don't want to be like below there. You wouldn't want to put your stop on this level down here. It's way too far. So I'd probably just put an arbitrary random stop here somewhere. Kind of like randomish if you are taking longs on gold. Meow, buddy. Something like that, right? Meow, buddy. You looking for your rat? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm glad you caught it because that thing's fucking huge, dude. That's half the size of you. I can't believe that thing was in my house, dude. That's fucking disgusting, bro. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do now. Like how do I sleep at night? How do I even fucking sleep at night now that there was a rat in my bed? Okay. NASDAQ open in 2 minutes. I'll read chat sort of in a second. I'm still somewhat waking up.
You might correlate with Nifty since Nifty is the major index and Banifty is the secondary index in India.
Oh, is it? Might correlate well. But Indian people might trade differently. I don't know. There's an option to leave the house. Just leave the house. Just burn the whole house down. But the rats are outside too. You know what? Do I live in Toronto? No. I guess I gotta stop throwing food outside for the peacocks because I guess the rats are coming. Right. So, again, if I had to guess, it's a little bit choppy right now. I think it might spike down. We're getting a failure on I think it's going to go up, but might spike down. Let it go. So you've failed this level. So I think it might spike down to a new low and then up maybe. And then if you're looking at the 30-minute, right, it can still be satisfied. I'm in a, did I take a, oh, the Mediterranean is broken, bro. Oh, that's why the freaking thing was different. Oops. Oops. Hey, buddy. Meow. Meow. Go outside. I know it's raining, buddy. Yeah. Happy birthday. Thank you, brother. Meow, meow. Hey, buddy. There he is. Hey, good boy. So we are supposed to be in. I want to be in like a long now for like longer term. Let me just see the open here. Yeah, let's take the long. We'll see. We'll see. First of all, that's for like a little bit of longer play, right? Because I am bullish still, right? We kept failing things. All we did is swing that new low, so we can be in longs right now and be relatively safe. We don't need to know the entry today. It could come down, right? That 4 hour failed. It could come down, but overall for the day, I want to just leave that order running, I think.
How do you derive the levels for rejection or taking over? Is it an indicator or just a DMC way?
There's no indicator that tells me what to do. Levels are candle bodies. The stronger levels are untested, and the stronger levels are closer. Okay, so this is a level, right? That's a level, but it's passed through data. This is also a level, but it's passed through more data. So the older it is, the more useless it is. The more times it's been touched, the more useless it is, right? So I'm not gonna stop being a bull, right? Just because it's going down in the overnight, right? The Asia session went down. Like, I'm not gonna stop being a bull just because this is going down, because the closes is all that matters to me. Let's see if there's any important levels. Swing low here really is the only actual level, right? So it's a really frustrating price feed right now, because they are supporting this level, right? But the next level down's down here. There are these pass-through levels, but I'm not concerning myself with them. Potentially, these are still somewhat relevant, but hey buddy. But I think they just buy it up here, honestly. They just swing that new low and then Reason being is the 4 hours bearish, right? The 1 hour bearish-ish, right? It's like not crazy bearish. It's not nothing super critical, but I would suspect the open would come down because of those candles. Anybody? And then the 24 hour, keeps being bought up, right? So they're clearly trying to support this level, right? So it's clearly unsustainable down here. So overall, I don't think it's going to go very far because of that, right? So I do think it's just a little wick down, and hopefully we got our mojo back, bro. Cat looks like Garfield. He is a little Garfield. Hello. Thanks for the birthday wishes, boys. It just keeps playing the same song over and over, doesn't it? He is a little Garfield. Hello, Mr. Garfield. Why not wait for a better entry? There's two schools of thought, dude, right? And sometimes I do wait for better entries, but sometimes and you have to make your best decision in the given time, right? So if it's obvious it's going to come down, right, then you should wait, right? Or if the entry is significantly better, so if it's like way down here, right, then you should wait, right? And then there's another situation too, is like lower time frames often give you indications, right? So I was like, okay, it's probably going to come down, but I don't know, and it's not that far. And the 30-minute regained this level, right? So what I'm saying in my mind is this is the lowest it's going to go. Okay, so it's not too significant. And if I'm wrong, then we can get out with pretty tight stops, right? So I'm not risking very much on this trade. You know what I'm saying? So like so there's and then the point in not waiting, right? So there's reasons to wait, and the point to not waiting is you lose opportunity, right? Because what if it just goes up? Because you never know, you never really know where the market's going to spike. You can just kind of take likelihood. So sometimes say, hey, maybe it's like a 30% chance it just spikes, right? And then we miss out on, $1,000, right? But the amount of difference here is only like $100. Do you know what I mean? So then I'm going to make 900 versus I'm going to make 900 versus 1,000, right? But if there's a 30% chance that it spikes up, right? So you're doing quick math in your head, kind of. If there's a 30% chance it spikes up, well, 900 divided by 30, or 100 divided by 30, you're only losing, what, $30 on average or something, right? So I don't know if you understand that math. I might have said it wrong, but the point is I'm using hyperbole so that you can kind of see. If you times the percent chance that it happens by the amount of money you lose, so 100 times 0.3 is 30, right? Then that's your average amount that you're going to lose. Or sorry, it would be 60 because times it by the probability that goes in the other direction. Does that make sense? So sure, 70. So I'm on average, I'd lose $70, right? Because if a 30% chance to spike up, 70% chance it goes down. Well, 30% of the time, I make 900, right? And then 70% of the time, I lose out on an extra $70 or whatever, right? If it goes there and then up, right? You know what I mean? I don't know if that made a whole lot of sense. Hopefully it did. And then alternatively, like too, there's also the math of just what if it just goes the wrong way, and what if you're just wrong. But like, I'm not really calculating that. Okay. So in a situation where that wouldn't be beneficial, right, is when your R is lower. Okay. So if you want to quickly understand that in your head, right? If you want to quickly understand, is it advisable to market enter or limit order? Okay. Here's how you know. Okay. So if the amount of distance from your limit order to your market order is small with respect to what you're targeting, okay? So if what you're targeting is super far away, you want to probably market order, right? Because you have more opportunity to that could be lost than what you're losing here, okay? So risk of trade, like RR in trades, is not the only RR that you have to be calculating. You have to also be calculating, should I market or limit, right? But if you're only targeting like right here, well, then this is this equal proportions to your target, so you could actually double up your amount that you're winning, right? I'm watching the World Cup? No, not even in the slightest. I care absolutely zero about sports. There's not a single sport that I give any shits in the slightest about. I do not enjoy sports, but some people do, and that's perfectly fine for them. I just don't think it's interesting in the slightest. I'll play sports, but I will not watch somebody else play a sport. I have no investment in it. Right? I'll watch like maybe like a couple times a year I might watch an MMA fight because people punch the shit out of each other and it's kind of funny. You know. But in my mind right now, it's just like this market is like pretty fucked up too. So you want to be relatively careful. Hunter, looked like Micron is driving the Nas. I mean, Micron is a pretty big proportion of the Nasdaq, but I wouldn't say it's driving it. No, I think Nvidia holds the biggest shares of the Nasdaq, so it's probably Nvidia that's driving it. Right? Like, don't just come up with random shit in your head, right? Like, go look at the facts. What are the facts? I'm pretty sure Nvidia holds the Nvidia and Apple and whatnot hold the most share of Nasdaq. I'm pretty sure, but I could be mistaken on that. Let's look it up. Let's see. Nasdaq by weight. Yeah, Nvidia's number one. Nvidia and Apple. Yeah, I got it right. Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet. Yeah. So Nvidia holds 12%, right? So if you look at the top three, that's 30% of it alone. Nvidia, Apple, and Microsoft, right? That's 30% of it. So those are the three that actually move it. Micron is 3%. So, I mean, if Micron absolutely plummets, right? If Micron loses, 100%, then the Nasdaq will go down by 3%, right? That's what that says basically, right? What's the lowest one? Dexcom, never even heard of it. Kraft? How is that a tech company? Odd. Micron spiked 7% last week. Okay, so you want to calculate? I'll just show you the math so you're not an idiot here. So if it spikes 7%, right? 7 times 0.003. Wait, 0.03, I mean. That's how much that affects the NASDAQ. So if the Micron spiked 7%, it means the NASDAQ went up by 0.21%, right? Which is pretty small, right? So if Micron spiked right now, this is what would happen, okay? This is what would happen. The market would move this far. Meaningless, right? Oh, spiked to 7% on the index. I mean, NASDAQ weight. I mean, I just looked up the NASDAQ weight, unless this is old data. So, but even okay, Micron. Okay, yeah. No, it's okay. It's at 5% now. So, okay, so it is the third one now. Okay. Oh, they really split this up. Okay, that must have been old data, because they're much less significant now. Each one is much less significant. Okay. So Micron is 6%. Okay, so it's double. Yeah, it's double. So if let's say Micron, what is Micron up right now? Micron, let's see. So Micron just gapped down. Let's see how much it gapped down, right? Gap down 6%. All right. So you want to see how much that affects the market? You can do math. 6 times 0.06, right? So 0.336 is how much it moved it, okay? So we go back here. This is what happened, right? So on the open, it moved there, that much, right? 0.36. So it might have caused, that might have caused a little spike down there on the open, but it's not going to control the market, obviously, right? This looks decent, I think.
Happy birthday, Hunter.
Thank you, brother. Any plans on making the instant rules better? Don't tell me they're fair. Well, actually, I would prefer to make them harder. The instant funding is the easiest challenge for people to get money. It's the most profitable for traders. So it's actually advisable for us to make the challenge harder. And don't tell you that it's fair. Well, it is actually unfair to your advantage. Yeah, it's unfair to your advantage. So I should make it harder. You know, I can tell you right now, the things that cost prop firms the most money: static two steps, okay, and instant funding. Everything else is safer on the prop firm side, right? The reason why there's issues in the prop firm, like why people deny payouts, is because they make unsustainable two steps and instant funding. Okay. The reason why prop firms deny payouts is because you guys ask for easier two steps and instant funding. If everyone traded on, for example, a trail, like if everyone traded futures, right? Futures all has end of day trailing, right? If the CFD space had end of day trailing on all challenges, there would be zero payout denials. Zero. It would never happen, right? Why? Is because it is incredibly easy to make money with static drawdown. Incredibly easy compared to a end of day trailing drawdown. I think end of day trailing is the most fair. I think trailing based off high watermark is unfair to the prop firm's advantage, right? So CFD space has kind of this weird thing where the static drawdown accounts are unfair to you and the trailing drawdowns are unfair for the prop firm, right? Futures has figured it out properly where it's an equal fair balance, okay? But you as a trader, obviously, what are you going to do, right? You're probably going to pick the static drawdown because it's the absolute easiest challenge, and prop firms don't make a whole lot of money off of them, right? And I'm just telling you, this is the facts. You cannot deny this. This is how it works, okay? If you are losing money, that's your fault, right? But here's an option for you. If you want to ensure you will never have a payout issue, do not trade static drawdown. Trade the trailing drawdowns, because no prop firm will ever deny or make up bullshit about somebody who is trading on trailing drawdown. And I will tell you that for sure. Like, no prop firm will ever deny you for trading on trailing drawdown, because you actually have to be very good to trade on trailing drawdown, and there's no chance that you're cheating. Okay? There's no chance you're cheating if you're doing a one step with trailing drawdown. No firm will ever deny you. The one step is incredibly underrated. I absolutely love it. Hey, you're probably a good trader then. You know, how I was amazed to see somebody secure 8 payouts with the instance. Difficult consistency. So yeah. So obviously, if you want to increase your likelihood for payouts with instant funding, you go for minimum payouts, of course, right? You shoot for the smallest payouts possible, and you shoot for the base hits. Okay, that's how people are making money on instant funding, right? Is they're hitting base hits, right? So I'm just in light right now, 2 lots, just because the markets have been very difficult this week, and if this goes against us, it might rip pretty far. I just don't want to take a loss today. I'd be happy if we just don't take a loss today, right? So I'd prefer if we can just slowly trickle somewhere. I'm not trying to make money today. I'm just trying to make sure that we're playing correctly today, because it's been so crazy choppy, and we just want to make sure things are safe before we start taking higher trades again. I go to trade the one step after winning a 50K on Maven's podcast live stream. Got funded and fumbled the funded bad. But surely my favorite plan so far. Yeah, totally. Personally, I like one steps. I don't like the instant funding. I think instant funding is a gimmick. I think the one step is essentially the same as the instant funding, but cheaper, right? Why not wait for a breakout? Buy low, sell high. That's why. Breakout would mean it's, we've already failed these lows, right? We've already failed to make new lows. So in my mind, this is the trade now, right?
Order filled.
Can one pay with you and get payouts from instant account? You can trade as you like. If you're caught copying somebody else's trades that are not your own trade ideas, you will be banned from prop firms. Majority of prop firms do not allow you to copy somebody else's ideas, okay? But what you're allowed to do here is you're allowed to learn from me, and you're allowed to use my concepts in order to trade yourself, okay? But if you are caught copying my trades, you will be banned from Maven. Okay? But if you get caught, I don't know, right? That's up to Maven to decide, right? They have their own systems to be able to. I mean, I own Maven, part of Maven, not all of it anymore, obviously, right? The board has equity as well, but It's easy to get a payout on instant with Maven. Yes.
Hunter need birthday treat.
This might be like the most disgustingly annoying week all year so far for the NASDAQ, at least. Actually, for everything. Because just look at everything across the board, dude. Put the gold here. Look at everything across the board. Gold is still basically kind of doing nothing. Gold's been the biggest mover. It's been going down, but it's kind of just fucking dwindling slowly down. Bitcoin has done nothing for months. I don't know what that means, dude. Are you a fucking dog? Like, no chart is doing anything right now, right? Everything is just waiting. Isn't that funny? Everything is just being bland and annoying. Okay. Everyone's fucking DMing me. Happy birthday, dude. I feel like a dickhead if I don't respond, but too many of them. Right, sweet. Price is going up. I have a feeling that this Bart's straight back. We'll get the inverse Bart. You know, I have a feeling it'll inverse Bart today, which is, let's inverse Bart it. Circle, circle. We'll go this way. And we'll go this way. And we'll go this way.
Bling, bling, bling.
Inverse Bart today, right? Remember, did you trade during fucking Bart coin era? Do you remember 2018? August of 2018 with Bitcoin. Were you guys around for that, or are you two 20-year-olds? Are you two 20s-year-old? You know what I'm saying? Are you too young? Do you guys remember this shit? Wait. 2018. Holy fuck, dude. 2018 is 8 years ago. What the fuck? Do you guys remember this? August of 2018. How do I remember the exact days? Right? Do you guys remember this? This was hilarious. It would just Bart around, right? Look. Draw. Bart. Inverse Bart. Bart. And it looked really funny when you looked at it on like the 4 hour or something. A little bit of a Bart, right? It would just go up and then down, right? It would go sideways for days, right? And then do nothing and then just move, right? And then, you know what I'm saying? And then this was a big old Bart. Anyways. We're in the Bart era. Before all the buildings got to set on fire.
Grapes be making money.
NASDAQ will make us rich. Why is price action so weird this week? I don't know. It's just why, why did God make me so handsome? I don't know. It's just, it's like just, we don't know. Just happened to be that way. Right.
Hey, Sillers, come here.
Sillers. The Texas Beach does not know how to say Silas. It just says it different every time. Silas.
H unter Mary soon.
He's sleeping on my lap right now. Right. This is nice. It's going up. Little bit of upwards movement. All right. Okay. We are in profit.
Order filled.
Take some profit
Hunter
off.
is hunting profits.
Okay. I'm glad we are back. For my birthday, we are back. This week has been really tricky. Really tricky. I didn't make any money this week. I think I had one loss, 10K. And then there's 2 days that did nothing. Yesterday we made through. I think I might be no. There's one profit, one loss, one break even, and then yesterday, one profit, one loss, one break even. Yesterday was 3K plus, so more or less break even. And then today, if we close today with not lost, then we didn't lose money. But you see it like that's some of the worst trading conditions possible, and still okay, I guess. You watched 6 losses? Yeah. So we did another stream yesterday. Let me just custom period. Let me see here. So yesterday, so you can see here if I pull up the chart, you can see we had the 13K loss yesterday, but then we ended out with 3K profit because I took another. If you're watching on the mobile, I don't think you can see this. I think it's bugged out, but
what is the trend indicator on the candles?
There's no trend indicator. If you're watching on mobile, it's bugged out, but it says 3K. And then let's see what we did this week, because maybe I'm tripping. Let's see if we actually how much we're up this week. Monday. Negative 20K. So we are down a little bit. Yeah. Yesterday we ended up making a little bit. Oh, we took two losing days, one break even day. Yeah. So yeah, 2 losing days. I thought I had 1 winning day. Wow, we really fucked it this week. We really fucked it. It's all right. We're winning right now a little bit. Missed yesterday's live.
You traded after the stream closed.
I took another stream, brother. I streamed twice yesterday. What's your plans for birthday? I am going for tea. That's all. So that's it's satisfied our first target, I suppose. So maybe we close it here, 6K. Let's see here. Where'd that 4-hour close? 4-hour closed back within. I think this goes up, bro. Should we hold it?
Oh, didn't get a notification on YouTube, missed it.
Yeah, we streamed twice yesterday. I streamed for the close as well. I had nothing to do. Yeah, I think we hold it. Because everything's kind of stacking up in our favor, dude. Save the weekly, bro. Barred it up. Barred it up, bro. So there's going to be some sort of resistance here at least. Like, oh, there's an 8 hour. They gained. Might keep going. Hunter's a good time to rebuy here or not? I would not be buying right now. I'm considering selling. So, like, why do you guys ask questions that you can figure out for yourself? I'm literally talking about determining whether or not I want to exit, right? So you're probably not in a very good position to buy. You close Wednesday on profit, right? I thought I had one profit. Maybe maybe I didn't take a trade or something on the Maven account. I think like I did better than that history showing, but doesn't really matter. It's all Maven money, bro. It's not fucking anything I touch.
Bro, give me K under the table, and I will not send you my feet pics.
Disgusting. Took your base hit, got burned too many times. Going for the big one. Yeah. Yeah, base hits are usually the way you want to go. But just you and me. Would you recommend buying at the absolute top? Yes. Yeah. Definitely. I recommend buying oil right now. Right after the war ends. We exited. So we fucking killed oil, by the way. I don't know if you guys remember this like a couple months ago, where we bought oil here. And then in anticipation that the war and shit was gonna break out, and we just let it go, and then we exited when? Right? We exited like somewhere in here because it stopped being interesting, basically. I didn't even look at the chart for this because it's too fucking messy. It stopped being interesting, so we exited oil. So you can trade just based off of what is the chatter in the world, right? It was, hey, there might be a war, let's buy, right? Because if things break down, okay, Strait of Hormuz, fuck yeah, that boom, right? And then everyone was going crazy for a bit and kept trickling up, and then we closed it at the exact top, bro. Because why? Because people were bored. People were bored of buying oil, right? And also, the other thing, what was it? It was that we have to not go higher, otherwise we will be in a recession. So who is incentive? Who? Shut up! Who who is incentivized by keeping us not in a recession? All the rich dudes, right? So what are they going to do? They're going to try their fucking hardest to make sure oil doesn't go higher, because oil can only go up for a short bit before it causes companies to lose revenue, right? So we're like, oh, we're going to bet that the guys with money are going to stop this from going up, right? That's what it was. Right, so we got our money. I think it wasn't crazy, but we got our money. We got out. We didn't get much money, but still a bag of cash either way. Bro, tell me about crude oil. I don't know anything about oil, honestly, really. I just know that it makes the world go round, bro. Hey, have you guys seen that thing? Is the math between how women are the root of all problems, right? Math, women, root of problems. I don't know. Is that the thing? Oh yeah. Have you guys seen this? Right.
Women. W. What is women equal? Fellas, what is women equal? Time and money, right? Time times money. Okay? But what is time also? Time is money. So money times money. What's the name of saying money times money?
Money squared.
Money squared. Money squared. So guys, women equals money squared. But what's the root of all your problems? Money. Money is the root of all your problems. So money equals the square root of problems, which is p. How do you get rid of that square root? Gotta put it to the power of 2, okay? But you've also got to put that to the power of 2. So money squared equals problems. But what does money squared also equal? Women. Women equals problems.
Do you guys like that or what? Paste. Oh fuck! They're rejecting off this level here. What is this level? What is that? Is that anything significant? Oh no, that was just the lows of that. Oh wow, I thought that was a wick. Okay, good. I'm just gonna delete that so that we don't fucking okay, cool. Let's look at the 1 hour again. It's looking all right. There might be a failure here. I have a my gut tells me it's going to go here today, okay? And then that way once again we will fail again. Right? And then the weekly, yeah, my gut tells me it's going to come back up here. So that the weekly candles are not failures. Okay. But this is actually, this is actually a little bit bad, dude. A little bit bad. The weekly candles, because it's not going to go for new highs now, right? So the weekly candles are telling us, hey, we are definitely losing this level, okay? So there's a really critical level right here, okay? I'm just going to fucking bombard it with, so that is, next week it will reject off of this, okay? And then probably fail and come back down. So we're probably going to have, you know, this range. I'm going to delete all these blue lines. Make it a little cleaner. Right. We're probably going to come up that next week and reject there, okay? I don't know what this one is. I don't want to get rid of these Barts, bro. I need a clean chart, okay? Oops. Okay, that's cleaner at least. Yeah, my gut tells me that we're going to hover somewhere around here. We're not getting above that level, okay? Not today at least, right? And then next week it'll come up and it'll bounce between this, right? It'll go between this range next week, okay? And then it'll be the deciding factor whether or not we break here or here if we're in a bull or bear market, okay? I kind of have the expectation that this is more or less the top. So I'm kind of still waiting for, obviously I'm still bullish just because fundamentals are good. Market is going up, right? But I think we are topping, okay? And I think we're going into a recession. Okay, I think we're going into a multi-year long recession, which, you know, it might take time to play out, but there's a strong rejection there. It might break or not, but it's obvious this might not go lots higher. Yeah, I think it's, you know what? What's the level here? Yeah, I might call it here, actually. I'm pretty sure we had another win. I'm going to close this. Should I close it? We gained the 15. I'm just concerned about giving back profit right now. I think it goes a little higher. Last were you analyzing, did you decide to go long today? I'm a newbie. Yeah, so we went long. So what I do is rather complicated. There are levels of what I do. I'm on level 3, I'll say. And then maybe there's like 5 levels, okay, of like what I do. The first is understanding what the level 1 is, understanding what the fuck you're even looking at. What are candles? Like the super obvious stuff, right? The second is understanding what failures are, right? So a failure to re-enter this zone, right, is level 2. Okay, so that all that means, and this is what I teach on stream, is I teach level 2. Okay, I'm just kind of arbitrary giving levels. Okay, so if it fails, it probably comes to the other side. Okay, then level 3 is using old data. Okay, so this sort of stuff. So this level is actually pretty important. All right. Level 4, which I don't use, is shit that Trader Sumo uses. Okay, he's even further along than me. He understands more than I do. And then level 5 is something that is actually the unknown. It's the unknown part. Okay, that I will never understand. Okay, so it would be impossible for me to understand level 5 at the current self, right? Because I would have to know more order flow, or I would have to do something else that is not unrelated to what I'm doing, right? Currently. So we made it to like level 3-ish, right? What your guys' goal is at level 2, you can make money. Okay. At level 3, you make money most weeks. Okay. Pretty much most weeks. You don't really lose money anymore. Level 4, you're really good at this, right? You're almost always right. And level 5 is understanding the market with perfection, okay? Trader Sumo makes money every day, right? I don't make money every day. Most days, though. Level 5 is insider trade. Like this is just like the levels of dumb money concepts, I suppose. Like Trader Sumo trades something that I don't trade because it's a little bit too advanced for my knowledge right now. Okay, I'm probably gonna need another 5 years before I understand what he does. Okay, I've been doing this for over 10. Right, to start. So when I started dumb money concepts, I was like doing the level 2 sort of stuff where it was basically just, hey, the immediate reactions. This is a high. There's a failure here, so it must come here, right? And then this is a gain, so it's going to come here, so it must come to the next level down, right? So that's level 2. It's super simple stuff, okay? It took me about 2 years to get to where I am now, where I'd say like I'm the next level up, where I'm I understand there's a couple things. Pass-through levels a little bit more, right? And then the other thing is like where is my invalidation for this, right? So this failed, so my invalidation is actually way down here, right? Because this is the move that brought us to the zone that failed. So it's more likely, so this leg down and up, right? So this is a little bit more complicated. So an example, maybe I'll drop here, right? So if you're looking at this 1 hour, right? Wait. So this is level 2, I guess. We regained here, right? We regained here. This is level 2. So this is still valid. So just because we close back against us, or just because we close back against us, it's still valid to come back up here, right? This still is all valid. So that's level 3 stuff that I'm looking at, right? And same with this, right? So you lost this level yesterday, and then you regained it, right? This level, this wick is all still valid, and even down here is all still valid because the actual levels down here that you can't lose. Okay. Anyways, more complicated shit than you need to be looking at right now. But when you get better, you'll understand it, hopefully. Okay, that's more or less pretty good, I think. I'm gonna close it for just under 11.
Order filled.
There we go. So it is about break even this week. About break even. Oh. Do not close the trade. You speak about levels, but which time frame? This is the question I hate the most. Which time frame? It doesn't matter. They're all the exact same. Oh, I guess level 3 would also include things like fractals, nested fractals, which is using higher time frames in order to cascade on, or lower time frames in order to cascade on the higher time frames. So a smaller time frame will cause a higher time frame to close a certain way, okay, based off of the trend it's going. That was probably a level 3 sort of thing. Okay. The level 4 stuff, I've seen Sumo like kind of do it, and I don't quite understand. Eventually, I'll understand by like watching and figuring it out. But like he uses like this leg here, right? He uses like this leg to determine what needs to be like you'll see this. Look, do you see where it went? So because this is the level, I don't quite understand it, because this is the level that's being tested, right? This is the leg that brought you to that level, right? So that's where they went and bought, right? So he knows the levels. He knows the levels of where it's going to go from legs and pass-through levels. Like I only know the level in the pass-through level. I don't really understand how the legs work too well yet to know exactly the price. I know it's even more complicated, right? There's so many levels to this dumb money way, right? Fractals are levels? No, it doesn't. That's a fractal. A fractal is a smaller version of something. You trade nested fractals. Yeah, nested fractals is a rather complicated thing for most people to understand. And it simply means nested means under, okay? So within, and fractal means like a smaller version, right? So there's smaller versions within the larger version, nested fractal. So maybe some people understand this as above, so below. So everything on the upper is also the same as the lower, just on smaller time frames. Okay, so you use them in order to cascade into each other. Okay, just it's like a butterfly effect, right? If I push you over, you fall over and you hit your head, and then you hit your head, causes you a concussion. You know, it's nested things that cause it sequential. Great trade. Hey, thank you. Good chance it keeps going, but I think I'll just call it there, call it a week. Friday, cut it off a little bit early here. It might just fucking rip up. I don't know. I think somewhere, I don't know where it's going to close. If we close below this level, well, it's probably going to come back down here, right? But still be valid to go for the highs, okay? If it goes above this level, it's probably going to go up to here and then test that zone, come down, and then see if we can get up or down. I don't know, right? Well, we can't predict that far in the future. Right, I gotta go. You're funny. Stop selling courses.
On DMCBS site.
I started going live before Hunter even knew about live trading. Yeah, I don't sell any courses anymore, but fractals are just all okay. Okay, cool. Sweet guys. Okay, have a good weekend. Stay safe. I'll see you Monday.